Hello. So this is a story time going to be about how I manifested my first apartment. I just want to add, this was most definitely the wrong way to do it. But at the time, I didn't even know what spirituality was. I was like 15 years old, so this is how I did it in the worst possible ways. So it really started how, my sister and her baby daddy and my niece lived in these apartments. I can't really give the name of the apartments, but it's an all utilities included apartment. Meaning, if you don't know what that is, if you paid it's utilities all your life, it means that you're only paying rent, basically. No like water or electric or anything like that. They just it's rent. That's it. Yeah. So, um, so yeah, I always knew that this was gonna be my first apartment because my first apartment when I moved out is because like I've always liked the idea of just only paying rent. Uh, I just seen it as easier. I noticed they're more expensive than the ones that aren't having utilities included, but I noticed if you like calculate it, it is about the same because I noticed when I first started out here, it was 693. But other apartments are like I'm talking about this is Oklahoma, by the way, in case you wonder why the rent is so low. Um, Other apartments are like $500 or $400, something like almost $500 or almost $600. But their utilities is a lot. Like their utilities be like $100 base fee plus the water, and then plus your internet you gotta pay for it, whatnot. So it's like technically it all averages out the same. And but for a one bedroom, all utilities included, it is a bit much. Obviously, it's a lot more now that we have inflation. Now I'm sitting at 803. Uh, so yeah, but when I started out, it was 693. That was 2 years ago. It's 2019. So yeah, definitely not there anymore. All right, so hate inflation. We all do. Anyway, this is how it happened. So basically, I walked into my sister's baby daddy's apartment. And I literally looked around. I looked at the space that he had for a one bedroom. It's funny because they hated it because it was a one bedroom and they're a whole family. But me, myself, for myself, I looked around like this. And when I tell you, I said this at 15 years old, right? I believe this was around 2015. No, or was it 2000, like 16, 17? Ooh, I don't even know. I probably was like 15, 16. But anyway, that don't matter. I'm just trying to figure out so for this story. So I looked around like this and I said, wow, I like this space. This is good for one person. And then I said, this is going to be my apartment when I move out of my mom's. This is going to be my starter home, is what I exactly said. And I kept saying that. And I remember focusing on the apartment, like visualizing it, like to the point where, mind you, at the time, I've been spiritual all my life, just didn't know like the label for it. So didn't even realize that I was manifesting it the whole entire time. When I tell you I was focusing on it, like I was visualizing myself having a table, like watching TV, having a couch, whatnot. And it was funny because it's just crazy how things work out. Because like and okay, reason why I say that is the worst possible way to manifest. Do you notice how I said this is going to be my starter home, but I never followed it up with in the best possible ways? You see that? That's something you don't want to do. That's manifesting in the wrong way because you're putting something out in the universe, right? But you're not even saying if you're going to end up there in a good or bad situation. So if you watch my video called Stud, where I, basically was forced out of my place because of how toxic my home environment was on my life, and I had to move out, and this was became my starter home, you would understand like how terrible of a situation that fucking was for me to even end up here. So what I have to say is, if you're going to manifest, please just make sure you're doing it in the right way. The right way to manifest, if you want to end up in your desired apartment, your desired location, please end every manifestation with something along the lines of with harm to none or in the best possible ways. Like if you want to have an apartment, let's say I want to have an apartment in Atlanta, I would say I'm going to have an apartment. Well, I'm the kind of person. I'm going to have a luxury apartment in Atlanta in the best possible ways with a safe and healthy environment and living situation, and I can afford my bills comfortably every single month because I live in a life full of luxury. Do you see how I was so detailed? Now, the universe, I put that out in the universe just now, right? Because I do want to stay in Atlanta. I put that out in the universe, right? Do you see how detailed I was? Like, do you see how, like, in the best possible ways, with harm to none? And when you manifest, please make sure you get every detail. I just described I want a luxury apartment in Atlanta. That's my desired location. And I described the neighborhood as safe and healthy environment, living situation. And I'm also manifesting my wealth by saying, oh, I want to be able to afford the bills comfortably every month, not scraping up coins to make the rent and being stressed out and shit. Affording the bills comfortably. What else I say? In the best possible ways. That's how you do it. You gotta be very specific. When you're putting anything in the universe, you have to be very specific because if you don't, who knows what could happen to you? That's all I gotta say. Like if you say, oh, I want a lot of money, that could happen in any kind of way. That's what you're not understanding. You getting a lot of money could happen with somebody dying and your name being in the will. Stuff like that. That's scary. That's very scary. Please make sure you manifest in the best possible ways. Manifest very safely. Spirituality is real, whether you want to believe that crystals are just rocks or, speaking to the universe is for crazies. It doesn't matter. What you put out is what you're going to receive. So that's just a quick story time of how I manifested my first apartment. Now that I know how to manifest correctly, I'm definitely going to do 1,000 times better as I already have. So thank you for even listening. Bye.